Malala Yousafzai is a teenager from the Swat Valley of Pakistan, a region bordering northeast Afghanistan, a place defined by high mountains, green meadows, clear waters, and bloody conflict. By the age of 12, Malala was an activist. In 2009, she wrote a diary for the BBC, which described the atrocious deeds of the Taliban and advocated equal opportunities and education for women. In 2011, Malala was nominated for the International Children's Peace Prize, and in December of that year, received Pakistan's first National Youth Peace Prize for her efforts. In the eyes of the Taliban, Malala and all women were to submit and accept their place in the order of things. But Malala was not silent.
Show you our final group of nominees. I repeat, our final group of nominees, and then I will take some questions. Please hold your questions for now as we present the nominees. Questions at this time. Does anyone have any questions? Sir!
Hi, Thais from CNN International. Nobels are 5 days out. Endeavor has never put on an event this high stakes before, this lavish. Are you confident you're going to be ready?
And just so I know, the question is, am I confident we're going to be ready? I am very confident that we're going to be ready. We understand that this is an event like we've never put on at the school, but we have people working around the clock to make sure that it is a lavish event that befits our scholars and their achievement. So yes, I am very confident that we're going to be ready. Next question. Sir!
Liz, Cleveland Plain Dealer. My question is about Vincent Valmey, math nominee 2 weeks in a row. This is an incredible story, but people are wondering if he can possibly keep this up until the state exams, or is he going to fall back when the Nobels are over?
Vincent Valmey is not doing this for the Nobels. He's not doing this for the state exams. Vincent Valmey is doing this because he knows that he has a shot at being with the best, at earning a seat in 7th grade and performing math at a top level. That's why Vincent Valmey is doing this. Next question.
Shirley Jones from TMZ. My paper is writing a story on 6th graders leading up to the Nobels. We're looking for a feel-good story that might inspire other kids. What student has been Endeavor's biggest success story in math?
6th grade, Jada Grant is using some of the top strategies. She's showing top quality work in all of her work, and in terms of someone who has shown the most improvement, I would recommend using Miss Grant for your story. Next question.
Next, sir. Okay, sir. Christopher Hart from Chicago Home Chronicles. T. Neil Gooden. The word on the street is that she's on track for a really strong score, and her confidence is up. Can you comment on her current mindset?
Tennille, mindset, strong, determined, focused. Next question.
Sir! You didn't answer my question, sir.
Tina with the New York Times. I want to ask you about 5th grader Ty Hill. Those short responses keep getting better and better. Is this the same kid we saw a month ago? Can we get a picture of him for our paper?
It is the same kid that you saw a month ago. He's implementing feedback every week, so he is learning and getting better every single week. In terms of a picture, you you can potentially speak to my assistant, Ms. Rivera, at the back after we're done. I can't make any promises about that, but of course, it's the same kid, showing lots of progress. Next question.
Can we get your answer?
Jenny, News 12. We saw that 7th grader Stephen Smith was nominated for Most Growth this week, and it just came over the wire that the 5th grade nominee for Most Growth was Andre Smith. Is there a relation there?
There is a relation there. Stephen and Andre are actually siblings. They are brothers, so I'm not sure what's happening in the Smith family, but obviously something very good. And both of those scholars happen to make that top growth field this past week. Next question.
Sir.
Hi, this is Cindy from the San Francisco Sun. Sienna Rogers Taylor and Javon Williams. Both of these scholars are millionaires and they're both picking up nominations for the Nobels. At what point do you get worried that this is an unfair process happening here with all these millionaires getting Nobel nominations?
Well, it's not unfair. I mean, when you say these are millionaires, you're talking about kids who have read over 1 million words. It obviously makes a lot of sense that the kids who are doing the most reading are showing the most growth on their reading exams. So there's nothing unfair about it. This is just kids who love to read and it's showing up in their work. Next question.
Catherine, London Times. Carlos Nolasco had a strong week. It feels like his nomination has come out of nowhere. What's the story there?
The story is that Carlos is consistently annotating every paragraph, and he is also making a special notation about central idea, and it's obviously something that's helping him out a lot in his score. Thank you for that question. I can take a couple more, starting with one more question right now.
Yes, Mike Wilson from Atlanta Tribune. I have a quick question. How did Andrew Reynolds do it? We got kids all over the city who want to know whether there's a secret to success there.
Andrew Reynolds. Is there a secret to Andrew Reynolds' success? Well, the amount of time and focus that he's putting on his extended response. If you want to write a story about Andrew, I would take a look at the work, or I would take a look at the extended response, and I think that's where you're going to find your story. Not much of a secret, just a lot of hard work. I can take another question.
Betty here with AM New York. I had a similar question about Miranda Garcia. We're seeing she had the most growth of almost any kind in the school last week. That's a pretty magical story. Can you shed some light?
Miranda Garcia, the question was magical story in terms of her growth last week. Can I shed some light? Well, it's not magic. It's not magic. So Miranda Garcia is rereading. She's checking answers. She has incredibly strong annotations. So I don't want you to print something about a magical story when the only thing magical here is the amount of hard work that she's putting forth every week. And the reality is any kid is capable of exactly that amount of hard work. And that's the story that I would appreciate you publishing. Look, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have time for this week. We obviously have a lot of work to do to get ready for this ceremony on Friday. At this time, I'm going to leave you. I look forward to seeing you at the ceremony, but for now, that is all the questions I will be taking at this time.
One more time.